opportunities?
Well, actually, I don't have much experience with big data because I'm coming from a psychology background. But I believe that with the cognitive models and with the data, like behavioral data we have from psychology, we can merge both big data analytics and cognitive analytics. And then we can reach a place where we analyze not only like the general learning outcomes, but also the collaborative learning and knowledge construction processes.
Do you have an example?
Well, now I've just started my PhD, so I'm quite new, but now I'm running some lab experiments and based on motivational factors. So I'm interested in analysis of motivational factors and how they influence the knowledge construction processes in online platforms like Wikipedia. And I'm hoping to build a model and then somehow translate this into big data. For example, finding some solutions or optimization solutions within big platforms, like how motivational factors can be embedded in to personalize or to optimize dashboards or learning behaviors.
Can you name a few of these motivational factors?
Yes, sure. Well, it's actually based on a social psychology theory, which is called terror management theory. And it has some motives, which is, they are basically intrinsic factors, like could be values, could be some traits that you have, like personality traits. The ones I have, it's about mortality or uncertainty, like physical or being aware of a physical or psychological vulnerabilities. And it does sound very existential or philosophical when I talk like this, but there are some applications in web-based environments. So for example, the research is usually coming from advertising or marketing fields, and they use these motives to see how people are acting in web-based environments. So they induce these motives. So for example, they just manipulate, they remind like pop-ups, for example, like games pop-ups, or some content which could bring you into the idea that, well, of course, a little bit unconscious idea that you are vulnerable. And then they find significant results that this literally affect their behaviors, like their search behaviors or product preferences, for example. So we want to now implement this into the online learning platforms. Well, it could relate. I think this idea of mine, like merging these motivational factors with online learning behaviors, as far as I know, no one has ever worked on it so far. So I think it could be interesting to see, maybe if it really works out, it could be something that I will have proud of. But other than that, I'm not sure now.
So
I think it's already full of everyday learners. Like we are, it will sound a bit lame, but we are learning every day. So, but maybe in terms of online existence of the learners, well, then we won't need any schools, maybe. Like physical learning. I don't know, I think it requires some creativity to think about this. I don't think so. The knowledge will probably be more accessible, but that won't mean that we will be smarter. Maybe we will be effective in terms of using our skills because the knowledge will be more accessible. Like maybe at some point you won't really go and seek for knowledge, but the knowledge will find you. I don't think it will make us smart, but maybe more knowledgeable. I want to believe that this learning analytics for everyday learning, like everyday online learning, will be more concrete. So there will be more contribution in terms of the concreteness, because people will have more idea, like when they want to check what are the learning analytics, they will find that these are the learning analytics. I think because I'm not an expert on this analytics thing, or as I said, the data science or big data, but making it more visible or making people more aware of this, the power or the effectiveness of everyday online learning, will be a big contribution, I guess. I would say my field is a mixture of social psychology, media psychology, and learning sciences. So, combining these three with the big data, I think this will be this will be my expertise, I guess, after I've finished the AFEL. Building upon these motivational factors that I mentioned earlier, maybe, and probably extending it more. Building upon this, finding some way in the big data world, or finding an implementation way in the big data world would be nice.
Thank you very much.